I was asked to give my opinion about these judges that I guess are holding back social, social security checks. Um, that's where I get my money from, and I'm up here in Canada, and it's like, I know that train's coming, that eventually nobody's going to get any money. I mean, you can go to work and not get your paycheck one day, and um, my checks, old age, retirement, any type of welfare, any type of money is going to be stopped. So it's not like I'm well protected. I see this train coming, which is why I'm motivated to put information out there to see if there is any hope of us taking a different direction. But that's the train that we've got to head on. What I see is going to happen is there will be a lot of temptation as a solution, and you're going to be starving. Everybody's going to be hungry. The beauty part to kind of know that is, been in poverty before, and I've gone without food for a very long time, and you can survive it. A lot of people in the Depression, in the Holocaust, you can survive poverty. Lots of people that are homeless, lots of people that are, in Haiti. You've seen a lot of really hardship, and that level of hardship is what we're all going to have to face. Um, you can kind of anticipate that something will go wrong. There will be a war, there will be another catastrophe, because not enough people kind of see that something's wrong yet. And you have to have the dominoes fall apart for you to see that something's wrong. And change never happens until the majority recognizes something's wrong. And it's got to be a majority that actually has some power. So it's like, if there's a lot of people that are really pissed off and feel like they have no power, like if you're in a third world country and you've now got, a larger percentage of the globe waking up to, oh yeah, there's a lot of problems, we hear you now. Those people in third world countries may not have the answers to know what to do, but they'll be good followers in a good path. They're more than willing to go into a path that actually works for them. But it's got to be the majority of people that are controlling the economic system has to wake up, and those people haven't. They are the ones that have the most power right now, and they are the ones that are sort of the tipping point of whatever direction goes into. Anybody that's still working right now is the force of power that we do have, because while they're really, really tied to money, they got to lose it somehow, and it could be with an earthquake or a corporate world doing some kind of destruction, and it's going to happen one way or another where they have to lose their stuff. And then the next stage that they're going to go into is trying to get their stuff back. So they'll be easily manipulated to go into a completely wrong direction because they're going to follow that money. People that are in third world countries won't go down a bad path. You can do anything to them. It's just like homeless people. You can give them $10,000 and a home and see if they'll get off their way of living their lifestyle, but they won't, because they know it's a fucking game. They can tell where there's a wrong path. So it's like you got to control those people, and those people are judges right now. Everybody that is working right now is participating in some form of crime one way or another. And you could be going to a job and getting a paycheck every day, but if your job is a secretary at a chemical lab that's creating what they're labeling as medicine that actually kills people, then just to answer the phones in that building, you're an accessory to murder, when you know that it's a corporate world that has a license to kill people and get away with it, just like BP oil. So these judges, just to participate in any kind of justice system means you are participating in crime. I mean, if you really want to get down to, being an accessory, it doesn't matter whether you know whether you are, helping somebody commit a crime or not, because ignorance of the law is no excuse. So according to our own legal standards, if you look at the behaviors, you are an accessory to a crime if a crime takes place, whether you want to recognize it or not. So judges right now and police and they are the biggest criminals. We want to look and focus on banksters, and the only people that want to see that the banksters have done anything wrong is the people that lost money because of the banksters. And yeah, a lot of people lost their homes because of that, but because those people lost their homes and they're dealing hardship, it's like the people of like Donald Trump level or this Ventura guy, they have an economic standard of living that these banksters interrupted. They're interrupting their sales. They got to change the way they earn money because they changed the way the little guy has money. So it's interrupting their little marketing scam that they're doing. So they're going to focus on the banksters. But when you're at the very bottom and you see that, well, what made banksters do it in the first place? Well, it's the justice system. Justice system is set up so that criminals can take over. They own the money, they make the laws. So for you to even support any form of a justice system, means that I just don't like the guys controlling me, but I like to use them to control other people. So that's why it's probably offensive if I say something's wrong with Ventura, because I notice the game that he's playing with himself, that he doesn't like the justice system when it allows banksters to do what they do, but he's willing to use that bad tool to do harm to anybody that's below his economic standing. Like, he needs to use these criminals to earn the money that he does. And just because he can't see how he's doing harm, I mean, after all, he's a Navy SEAL. He's killed people in his time. And he does still have the logic that says killing is not a form of insanity, that there is a justifiable reasoning to kill somebody. That is just insane. To kill another human being means you're insane. You're just using insane logic to justify insanity. So, judges being attacked, hey, if they're the guys that are the criminals, the victims of the crime are going to come at you. That's why you look at anybody that has a nice house with security. Why do they need security? Somewhere in their reality, they are tied to the poverty it creates, and they don't see it. But there is a domino. It's like, get to know where your food comes from. Get to know where everything, the clothes that you wear, was it a 3-year-old kid that had slave labor make the clothes that you wear, but you're not connected with where your stuff comes from? Are they killing people for diamonds? Are they chopping people's arms and raping children and everything just so you could get a diamond? There's a reason why you need security, because what it is you're doing will cause anger by other people. And it might cause theft. If you steal from people, you're teaching people how to steal. And it may be the example of you teaching people how to steal, or it may be that you're stealing from them. But the fact of the matter is that if you have a big house and you need security, then you have to get yourself in touch with, you created the monster that you're scared of and can't see it yet. So, yeah, I see a lot of judges as being, we don't tend to like the bad guys, and they are the bad guys. So when we have stories of people that aren't getting their checks, they're going to be a little pissed off. Yeah, they're going to be pissed off at the judges, because What does the judge have to do with you getting your check? If you apply for it and you fit within the guidelines, why is the judge saying you can't have it? You know, because he was told. There is a machine that's telling him these people are always going to be guilty and these people are always going to be innocent. These people should always get their way and these people don't. You know, these judges have to stand up and say, I am not a judge. I am just the middle guy doing, you know, these bad guys' job. And yet this judge knows the law. And he, you know, no excuses. He knows what the fuck he's doing is wrong. And to participate in that game makes him a knowing criminal. So there's my take on judges, you know, like the judges that I had to deal with. They're damn lucky that I was in control of my emotions, because they really need to live the experience that they judge other people live in. And when they see the pain, then maybe they'll make better decisions. And that's basically what crime is all about, is people are trying to push pain on them so they feel it. Anytime you get in an argument, if somebody says something to you that causes you pain, while you're in pain, you know, oh, I got to get this guy to feel the same pain that I'm feeling, and then maybe he'll get it. And the only thing you start doing is dealing with pain and anger, and nothing will make sense. It's all fucking bullshit. So that's kind of why I don't, you know, don't get even. You're just playing the same bad game. So it's like I wouldn't go and attack a judge. I would just sort of say, I'd question what you're doing, because it's just like the elites. You piss the world off, expect the world to get pissed off at you and come after you, and it's like you need security. That's why they spent so much money on the G8. They know they're pissing people off and need a pile of guns to protect them with. You know, it's no different. It's going to be the global mindset, and it's going to increase. You know, I wouldn't want to be a bad guy right now and getting caught. You got to pay the price. And society's way of paying the price is, first of all, the whole paying the price is wrong. I think heal the behavior is the better way of going it, but we haven't got that yet. You know, it's like they need to get it, but they also need to get their enemy to get it, so that when they do get caught, you know, the punishment won't be painful. It'll be curing. You know, it'll be like, you get it now, good, let's just move on and forget and love each other and do things that are right. Do you see that happening? I don't see that. I think we're going to be tied to our drama and our stories for a long time. Peace out.